Okay, what matters? We know what doesn't matter. We know what the edgy young folk like to talk about. This is shit, that don't matter, that's cringe, yikes, and nothing else matters. Everything's shit, nothing matters, nothing has value. Well, one thing that used to matter was which movie would win Best Picture. So, as a society, as a country, as Americans, as Hollywood, the industry, we would determine which picture exemplified the best motion picture of the year. Now, what did this mean? It meant you should probably see this movie, bare minimum. Why? Because there's some value to it. It will enhance your life. There is power in it. There is beauty. There is truth, maybe. It's a reflection of the story of humanity. It might be something poignant, might be something sad or happy. Whatever it is, it will be artfully done. It might be worth an investment of 2 hours of your existence. So when I saw the buzz about Oscars this year, the first thing I noticed was, wait a minute, what? This movie Sinners? I've heard about this movie Sinners. It's a bunch of blacks. So, Oscars so diverse, Oscars so black. They have put in the rules, the new rules of the Oscars, which is that you need to have a diverse cast. It has to be female, gay, or black, or just anything but white, straight men are the rules now. So the contest is compromised, and it is a joke, and it is broken. So it is just officially now, has nothing to do with merit at all. So it shot itself in the fucking dick, and they couldn't help themselves to do it. It's like this year at the Olympics, the 100-meter dash, the winner, actually, to even make it into the finals of the 100-meter dash, you have to be not black. Oh, okay, well then it probably isn't going to represent the fastest dude. So I guess what's the point of the medals anymore? What's the point of the Olympics? That's what the Oscars is, and it's flagrant, and it's demeaning and embarrassing. So it's a cultural institution that has lost all relevance, and it brought it upon itself. Oh, by the way, also, when they did not kick Will Smith out after he slapped Chris Rock, he committed a crime in front of 1 billion people, and they let him sit in the front row and accept some fucking award. That was totally deranged, and it was because a black guy was running the Oscars that night, and they were like, ooh, I don't think we should kick Will Smith out. That might make it worse. So let's let Chris Rock get completely violated. And because of our fear of upsetting the fucking blacks, we're not gonna treat Will Smith like he should have been treated, which is just a common thug. So anyway, they're in an uproar and a tizzy about this. There's a black movie and there's a bunch of black faces on the poster. And so I didn't watch it because I don't watch any of these movies, but I thought, maybe I should watch it because it got a record. It set a record for the most nominees of any movie ever. So it didn't win more Oscars than any other film ever, but it was nominated for the most ever. And so I thought, well, shit, this movie's probably amazing. It's probably super, super good. And I should go into it with an open heart and mind, which I did. I watched it, and I'm here to report what I thought of the movie Sinners. Spoiler alert, it was complete shit. Okay, the movie, and I'm not even joking, this is like The Emperor's Wearing No Clothing. This is a really good student film. Like, this guy went to film school at USC. The guy is Ryan Coogler. His backstory is interesting. He's he's kind of a caricature of a guy. Like, he puts on a fake voice and he acts like, he talks in a way that no one talks like.
I want to say, my always forget, man, my wife is here, bro. I think I was either 10 or 11 years old, but in the 90s, Oakland was getting expensive and they couldn't afford to buy a house where they was from. So right around the time I was 10 or 11, they bought a house in a city called Richmond, which is, give or take 10, 15 minutes from North Oakland where I was living at before. And they bought the house and we basically had been there since. So my little brothers barely remember Oakland, you know what I'm saying? But for me, it was home. And it actually kind of saved me, bro, when the funks kicked up, when the beefs kicked up. Like, my Oakland homies knew me as having moved to Richmond, and then my Richmond homies to this day they consider me from Oakland. you know what I'm saying? So it kind of saved me from a lot of bullshit. from a lot of how bad it got. But a lot of my formative years, like I would say, my humility. You know what I'm saying? I learned from Richmond.
So no one in his family in Oakland, the guy's born in the late 80s, and he talks like this, know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, oh man, it's like some weird shit. Like, he pretends he's from the South or from old-timey days, or like he's a mobster. He took on this affect as a child. He talks about it. He's like, his mother was like, why are you talking like that? Like, no one talks like that. What are you doing, Ryan? And it's like, no, sure, yeah, man, yeah, man. And actually the main guy, the kid, the blues singer in this movie Sinners, he talks with a major affect. And it's like, I want to sound cool, man. Yeah, no, I'm a sharecropper from the South, yeah? And I sound cool like that. So it's like some sort of psychological fuckery afoot, and it's lame, and it doesn't register as authentic or true because it is not. But he's laying that on thick, and it's cringe as fuck. The movie is not a good film. It is not interesting, it's not creative, it's not groundbreaking, it's not fun, it's not funny of serious note. It doesn't break new ground. It is just a hacky shit show. It's basically Get Out, the movie from Jordan Peele. It's Get Out meets From Dusk Till Dawn. So there's a supernatural element randomly thrown in for no reason. So let me give you my view of what happens here. First of all, there's a retarded story here where Michael B. Jordan, who inexplicably won Best Actor.
And the Oscar goes to Michael B. Jordan.
I mean, his acting is not good in this movie. It is serviceable at best. He is, he's just an uninteresting guy on screen. He's not compelling in any way. He's just stone-faced, sort of just dry. He just sort of powers through the dialogue, and there's nothing like interesting about his performance at all. And he plays twins. Twins the same way that Lindsay Lohan played twins in some stupid movie when she was growing up. Like, the twin thing is completely unnecessary. A gun to my head, I couldn't tell you the difference between these two characters. They look the same. I think one had gold teeth. They wear different color hats. They're called Smoke and Stack. And it's so crazy that these are the heroes of this movie because they're gangsters. They're criminals. All right, they come from Chicago. They come back to Mississippi with a bunch of stolen money. Everyone knows they stole the money. They're cheating on everyone. They're just degenerate fucks. They're shooting and killing people. And they're like, I want to run, here's my dream. I'm going to set up a juke joint. So what it is so much to say here. This fuck, Ryan Coogler, no I'm shine, dog. He sets up, where am I going to make a movie? So this is his passion project. He's done a couple movies that got him notoriety. He did a movie called Fruitvale Station, which I think that won some awards. And that was retarded, and I will do a whole movie about a movie. They are like movies. I make movies. I will make a video about Fruitvale Station, which is about a shooting. A cop shot a person in Oakland, a black guy, killed him, shot him in the back. What happened? There's a bunch of blacks who were fighting people on the BART, okay, the Bay Area Rapid Transit. Happens all the time, happens literally every day. The cops get called in, they get detained, they get broken up, they're acting a fool, they're resisting. The guy in question is a guy named Oscar Grant. He is a degenerate shit who has a 4-year-old daughter. He's 22 years old. He's just out of prison. He's a drug dealer. He's into petty burglary and shit like that, probation violations, all, just typical, just fucking nog shit. He doesn't have a father. His father was out of his life. Where was his father? His father was in prison. His father was in prison for dealing drugs. His son is a drug dealer. Okay, his parents, they're not married. He's not married to his woman that he had a child with, obviously not. He's cheating on her, or what they call an on-again, off-again situation. And anyway, the guy's a total thug and a idiot. He gun charges, all of that shit. So he gets into a fight. He's being detained by a cop. He's resisting arrest. He's mouthing off. One of the cops, there's two cops. One cop's like trying to put a knee on him. The other cop wants to tase him, pulls out his taser, shoots him with the taser. Turns out it was his gun. So he shoots him in the back and he goes, oh shit. The cop said, oh my God, puts his hands on his head as if like, holy shit, what did I just do? This guy tragically dies. Now, what did the black community do? Well, this was at a time, this is like 2009 or something. This is back in the day. And this is leading into the black hysteria where you take anything and you just turn it into whatever story you want it to be. So like Central Park 5, a bunch of Puerto Ricans and blacks rape a woman in Central Park, turned it into a civil rights story about fuck whites. Like, it's just like, what? Okay. So they take a kernel of truth, which is this guy was shot. They ignore the part where the guy made a mistake about his taser. Now, the guy was sentenced to prison, did like 11 months in prison with some time served, long court case. He was found guilty of like criminal neglect or something like that, manslaughter. But it was not intentional homicide. Now, they don't want that story. They want a white cop killed this guy intentionally because fuck whites. Okay, that's what the story they wanted. And they had to scrub the reputation of Oscar Grant and make him better than what he was, and he was a piece of shit. Now, that's neither here nor there. He didn't deserve to die. That is sad and tragic. But it wasn't because evil white racism. That's not the cause. And anyway, look, Ryan Coogler latches onto the story because he's a black guy, you know what I'm saying? He's a black dude, and it's in his hood. It's in Oakland. Now, in Oakland, there's a lot of shootings all the fucking time. So in the Bay Area, you're looking at there's at least 130 murders by blacks a year in this area. Now, Ryan Coogler didn't want to make a movie about any of those murders, but a black guy was accidentally shot by a cop. I'm going to make a movie about that. And that's Fruitvale Station. And it's ridiculous. It's like a after-school special. It's like an hour and a half long. And Michael B. Jordan stars in it. And he's this good guy who's turning his life around. And it's all bullshit, just total propaganda, make-believe nonsense. And they paint the cop. They don't even pretend to acknowledge that the cop thought it was a taser. They don't even delve into that at all, because that doesn't suit them. It's not the point. So they're just liars. They're liars and racists, and it's fucking ridiculous. And in omission, they're not going to talk about any fucking murder in the Bay Area by black people, not to mention the buffoonery that they get up to on the BART system. I went to school in this region, okay, Berkeley, California is right next door. I mean, I've seen it firsthand. The blacks there are fucking up to no good. Not all of them. Oh God, there's some professors who are great. So he does Fruitvale Station, and then after that he gets maybe another film or two, but he goes to do Black Panther, because you need a black director to make Black Panther. Now, Black Panther was made by a Jewish guy, Stan Lee, and all those Marvel dudes. So it is just a white creation, or a Jewish creation, but it's a black guy and it's a black movie, so let's get the black guy into the black movie. Now, what is the heart and soul of a movie, or of the Black Panther, or of our culture, any culture? It's music. This movie, Sinners, is filled with music. It's all about music, really. That's the whole impetus for why it even happened. And the Black Panther needed to have a kick-ass soundtrack. So who did they hire to make the music, to do the soundtrack? The guy won an Oscar for Best Soundtrack. And it's Ludwig Göransson. It's this freaking Scandinavian dude, white fucking guy. And what does he do? He goes down to my grandfather's International Library of African Music that he made, filled with all of his recordings that he made for the first time in human history in the 20s and 30s, recorded, cataloged, and has archived. He basically took a snapshot, recorded African musical culture in Southern and Eastern Africa for the first time in history. And Göransson came down, listened to all that music, took it, put it in the soundtrack for Black Panther, and then won the Oscar. And then he did Black Panther 2. And again, the same guy, Ludwig, he's back on this one, doing the soundtrack for this one. I think he won another Oscar.
And the Oscar goes to Sinners.
And so with all this Black Panther and Marvel hype and shit, it's like, oh yeah, man, Wakanda forever, all that. He rides that into, now I get to do my project. Okay, you give me the money, I'm Ryan Coogler, motherfucker. I'm gonna bring Michael B. Jordan, the same guy that I've used in every movie. I'm bringing a whole cast of blacks, and we're gonna black the joint up. It's gonna be blackety black. Okay, what's the movie about? When is it? What is it? Well, it's gonna be about, so he could make any movie he wants. Here's what he wants to talk about. This guy's trapped and just located in the past. Oh, we're going back. Oh, we gotta clean up aisle slavery trauma. Yeah, but this is post-slavery, but it's the South, and it's the 1930s, and it's in the South, and it's a fictional tale, and it's about these gangsters who come from Chicago. They have a bunch of money. They buy a barn, essentially, a structure, and they're gonna, I guess the idea is they're just gonna throw a party there, or parties. And this is something that happened during segregation, Jim Crow, where they would hold these parties in barns, and they called them juke joints, and they would have black people there. It was, a racist little party, and there was song and dance, and everybody was happy. In fact, there's a picture, a famous picture. This is from a little bit of a later time, slightly later, but same basic gist. And it's a bunch of black people, and they're dancing. Look at them. They're free. They're among their own people. This is heaven. This is Black Wall Street. This is Black excellence. Look at this. There's not a white person in sight. Isn't this a dream come true? This is the revisionist history, man. We would have a first world country if not for the whites. What about Africa? Forget about all that. Forget about every single time we've had a country to ourselves. It turns into a third world country immediately. and definitionally. Now, forget that. Look at this photo. Look at the glory. Look at the hope. So he basically made a movie to reverse engineer his thinking. I want to make this picture into a movie. And I want to showcase, I want to have a freaking cinematically glorious scene where it's black people, despite oppression, despite segregation, finding each other. It's black beauty, it's excellence, it's song and dance, it's us, it's our shit on full display. So that's why he sets this movie. He goes before that photo was taken or that picture was painted. He goes prior to that. Why? Because he needs an enemy. And so he goes a little bit back into the 1930s. And by the way, the reason it's kind of ridiculous that the heroes of the story are criminal gangster thugs, the twins played by Michael B. Jordan, it's like, Jesus Christ. You guys are so fucking deranged that this is your idea of a hero. But okay, yeah, he's the head and in charge.
Cleanse your timeline and fear the Rue.